What's going on, guys? So we are still out at the Alliance. I guess this is the dealer expo. It's where dealerships come to look at the new inventory lineup for the 2025 model year. Now, in front of me are three really special people. First, we got Tyler with eTrailer. We got David with eTrailer. And we got AJ with eTrailer. All right. And they joined me up here this year. These two came last year. He's new. He swapped, who did we swap out with? Tom. Yeah, so we traded Tom for, we upgraded, right? Does Tom still work there?
He does. Yeah.
Okay, so don't let him see this.
Don't mean that.
I don't mean that. But so now we got David, right? And we're going with this little scale. So you are how tall? And then you're
5'11". 6'1".
See, this is perfect. It gives us the perfect idea of exactly how different folks would feel in different types of RVs. Anyways, they are out here today with me so we can look at this enormous Alliance Valor full body paint. Right off the bat, full body paint just makes this thing stand out 100 times more, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Let's go over the numbers real quick. We're gonna take a look at the outside as a team, get opinions from everybody, then hop inside. Hang tight, I'll be right back. So they've conveniently placed the numbers here in front of me, which I love. 45 feet, 11 inches long. 45 feet, 11 inches long, which means this is, let me think of the math here. This is about 6 feet shy of an 18-wheeler dry van cargo trailer.
Yeah.
It's huge. Dry weight, 15,725 pounds. So it's heavy even when dry. Hitch weight, 3,253 pounds. Cargo capacity, 4,100 pounds. Freshwater tank, 98 gallons. 106-gallon gray, 106-gallon black. Has a MORAD safety rail, water manifold system, which we'll talk about. 400 watts worth of solar on this as well. This thing is absolutely a beast, and it is a toy hauler with a 14-foot garage. Let me make sure I read the right. 14-foot garage bay, which means almost any toy would fit back here. That's kind of the magical number if you want to bring some of your larger toys. When you drop below 12 feet is where you're really limited to like a two-seater golf cart, things like that. All right, so let's walk around the outside. Let's take a look at it. First of all, what do you guys think about the paint?
I think it's beautiful. I just can't stop thinking about it. The anxiety towing this thing with me, though. But it is beautiful.
David, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a really sharp looking RV at toy hauler. I like it a lot.
AJ?
I would hate to scratch it.
Yep, that's true. I'd hate to wash it.
Yeah.
So, that's when you get everyone over and say, hey, chip in. All right, so coming around to the front of this thing, first of all, this is going to have a big old generator up front, a 6,000 watt generator. It's the MPS 6000.
Wow.
Powered by Yamaha. By the way, eTrailer should carry these generators. Whether or not it's this one or whether or not it's the Onan, I think that would be a great product for you all to carry. An actual, like a built-in generator that you can have installed inside your RV.
That's not a bad idea.
Just something to think about. All right. So this generator right here, it's very common for toy haulers to have generators installed. A lot of traditional fifth wheels won't, but almost all large toy haulers will have a generator installed on them because a lot of these RVs are really meant to take out to like the desert, Moab, places where you're not going to have utilities. And this gives you the ability, typically off of propane, but sometimes off of gas. Sometimes it's one or the other, but there's a gas tank in the back. You'll have one for your toys and you'll have a gas tank for this. And a lot of people actually use their toy gas tank if they run low on generator gas, and they'll fill up their tank for their generator. So you got a lot of flexibility there. Your battery compartment here, they include a lithium iron phosphate battery with their toy haulers. You got extra storage which feeds through here into the basement area on the side. Any questions or comments on this part so far?
I just love the idea of the basement. You know, got a basement in the toy hauler.
That is true. And then you guys sell the Kurt Rotaflex, so very popular hitch, rotating hitch with a rubber shock dampening pad in between. Over here, this is a wide body design, so you typically have fifth wheels that come in two widths, even travel trailers, 96 inches or 101 inches. Almost everything now, I think everything is built on a 101 wide body chassis, which is really nice. You wouldn't think that an extra, what is it, 5 inches of width would be a lot, but when you think about opposing slides, when they push out, it's actually closer to 10 inches to a foot of interior space that you gain by just creating a slightly wider body platform. One thing that they do, and I love that they do, and I want your comment here. So when you put your slides out, traditionally, you have your controls on the inside of the RV. And you might have to have a spotter out here telling you when a slide is about to hit a tree or hit a pole. Sometimes you can control it via like a Bluetooth app, which is really convenient. But what Alliance did here is they actually put the controls for your slide outs not only on the inside, they're still there, but they also put them here inside of your storage compartment, so you can stand out on the side that the slide comes out on and see where that slide is positioned. Are these features that you all would find, appealing?
Yeah, I think that's a really smart feature. Not something I would have thought about.
Very cool. All right, now let's just hop inside, and I'm gonna let you guys give me your opinion of the interior.
Excited for it. Oh my.
This thing is massive.
Yeah, this thing is insane.
One of the few toy hauler floor plans that I really, really like, even considering the fact they still give you an enormous garage in the back. But this right here is a true family-friendly toy hauler.
Yeah, that's what I think is the really cool part about this. Obviously, it's massive, but how they utilize that extra space is perfect. A lot of times you're seeing that toy hauler, you sacrifice a lot of that living room area and that family area to hang out, but I think they could have done a lot of things with that extra space, and I think they nailed it on this.
Yep. I love the fact that you still get the full dinette as well. They didn't sacrifice the dining room table area just to give you a nice seating area. Mm-hmm. Yep. Kitchen size. So everyone here married? Nope. Single, married with kids, pretty much married with a child myself. So what do you think of the kitchen? What do you think your wife would think of the kitchen?
Yeah, this would be pretty cramped for her cooking. I think anybody would be cramped. But the other thing, too, is when you're cooking something, sometimes, it's 2 people trying to make dinner, and there's absolutely no way that you could do that in this kitchen. Yep.
Very, very cramped. Now, as a couple, what do you think of the kitchen?
I think it's interesting. One thing that my partner likes to do is use 10,000 dishes when cooking something. And I'm just looking at this counter space. I don't know if there's enough room for the dishes and the food at the same time. So that would be a little bit of a limitation. But I think I would be on the dish duty per usual, so I would have to just clean up a little bit earlier.
Yeah. And if your wife, girlfriend, fiance is cooking, then she's going to you're going to be bumping into each other when you're cooking in this space.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So the compromise here obviously was the kitchen, right? They had to do something here. Now I almost feel as if they could have gotten creative with the placement of some of this and maybe opened up this back a little bit more, but actually not really. Not really, because even if they take away a foot from the living room and give it back to the kitchen, it's going to make the living room feel a lot more cramped. Yeah. So it's a really great floor plan, but this is a one person in the kitchen operation, right? AJ.
Which is just fine for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as a single guy with all of the friends over, right? Right.
They can stay over there.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So, and that's what I was going to get. Your opinion. How do you feel about this kitchen?
I mean, it still is small for just me. I feel like I'd be knocking stuff over by turning back and forth, but it works out.
Yeah. Yeah. So very good. All right. Let's take a look at this 14-foot garage bay. So this is a massive garage. And you could easily turn this into something else. But I almost feel, and I've told all the manufacturers this, and no one's really done it yet, that if you took a toy hauler this long, 45 feet long, and instead of having a 14-foot garage, it has an 8-foot garage, maybe from here to the back, and you reinvested all of this space back into your living room and kitchen, that would be an awesome floor plan, because for people who like to bike, motorcyclists, stuff, you don't need this length of garage, and there's so many floor plans. They have one right over there with a 14-foot garage, so they could do it. But how do you feel about this space? Like, what would you use this for if you don't have toys? I know you're considering a golf cart.
Yeah. Right? Well, yeah, I think to your point too, I think that's a good idea, and we talked a little bit about this earlier. You could almost get rid of this loft as well. I don't think that this loft would be used very often, and with having the bed on the other side, I think you could definitely utilize this space better. But Yeah, I think the only thing that I would ever use this for is a golf cart. But
Yep, and even a golf cart, a small golf cart would easily fit like to here,
yeah,
and you could take this place back. But again, every time I make this video on this topic, people are like, well, I have a 13.5-foot quad that I need every bit of that garage. And then my point is, well, there's 200 brands that make a 14-foot garage in a toy hauler. Even several brands from the folks here at Alliance have that, but there's not one that seems like it's tailored just towards folks who have maybe smaller toys, mountain bikes, things like that.
Dirt bikes, anything
Yep,
like that.
yep.
Yeah.
But these do come down up top, so you do have these as extra booth dinette seating. And then up top here, you have another bed that also comes down as well. So you can sleep a ton of people back here, like a lot of people. But then again, that also speaks to how much space you have inside to support them when they're not back here, and how you're going to cook for them. So we have our half bath. Nice little half bath space. I kind of wish that even if we did take some of the space back and give it back to the living room and kitchen, to put a shower back here would be huge. Because once you're done, you know, mountain biking or whatever you're doing, sometimes you don't want to go all the way to the front bathroom to use that. Take a shower back here would be kind of cool.
well, yeah. In fact, my wife would just hose you down before you ever step foot in the living room. So I think that's a really good idea. I think if you're muddy, dirty, being able to shower here before you step foot in the living room is a big deal.
I have an idea. I'm going to tell him. Imagine if this floor right here sunk in slightly, there was a drain, and you could have a shower curtain that came just around this area with the shower.
Just let it go straight out the bottom.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Really nice idea.
Yep. All right, let's take a look up front. Okay, so before we go any further, let me give a big shout out to the folks over at Liquefied for sponsoring this video. Liquefied is a line of really, really awesome RV treatments. Their most popular is their RV toilet treatment. You probably know Matt. Matt's RV Reviews. Really proud of the fact that he's been able to launch a very successful product that works absolutely fantastic. I use this stuff and it works really, really well. Definitely go check them out. If you go to liquefiedrv.com, you can use a promo code BTBRV and get buy one, get one free for your first order. So definitely go check them out. So I'm going to step back here real quick. And inside of this bathroom is actually a really, really nice setup. So you have a porcelain foot flush toilet, soft closing lid, one-piece shower stall setup over here. Let's get some mixtures of folks in this space so we can see what they think of it.
All right, coming.
All right. So if you were touring this as an RV you were considering buying, how do you feel about the bathroom space?
I mean, for me, it's enough space. I could deal with this, but it does seem a little cramped. I think having, you know, two different doors, being able to shut one and leave one open, maybe would make it feel less cramped. So I think that's a good touch. Yeah, I think the shower is plenty tall and plenty big for me. And then, you know, I think the rest of the space is a pretty nice master space.
Okay, so that's the family man. Let's get the single guy in there.
I mean, if it's just me in the bathroom, I think it's fine.
Yeah, he'll have all the doors open, all the
right,
windows open, and everything. Yeah. And what about Tyler?
Let me hop in there.
Yeah.
Let me see. This is. I gotta see what this actually is. See, it is rare to have a shower that I don't have to bend down to have the shower I had actually hit me, but you can see it actually is indented a little bit. They take a little bit of space. You're not stepping right onto the ground here.
Exactly.
Which is awesome. That's a selling point for me. The one other test I always have is, do my knees touch the wall when I sit down in the toilet? And it looks like we're clear.
Let's see. Sit down
So
on the
this will
toilet.
work for me. Look at that.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
As Matt would say, prime pooping position.
Prime pooping position.
Yep. Then we have a king-size bed. Something that they've been doing in the industry that's different is they've actually been lowering the beds, which is really nice because it's actually kind of difficult to crawl onto a bed that's this high off of the ground. So they've lowered the mattresses. Anybody want to hop on the bed?
No, I guess I can since I'm closest.
This is a king-size bed.
Yeah, this is a lot of space.
Is it king?
That's a king, yeah.
Wow.
It's an RV king,
Yeah.
which means it's about 4 inches narrower than your traditional residential king.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this would be plenty big for my wife and I. And
Very
then
nice.
also when a daughter always comes and joins us at some point, so we
Yep,
have a
yep.
extra room.
Yeah.
Now, how you feel about that one, my friend? All right, so this is the closet. You got some extra space on the side, but this is where you put your washer and dryer if you have one. And you have your washer and dryer connections over here, and then your heater vent connection on the other side. And then up here you have additional storage as well. Hanging storage looks like it's going to be a little challenging if you want to use it here, maybe for small shirts, but...
Some really small shirts.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, exactly.
Some really small shirts.
So,
Guys,
yeah. So what do you think of this as a single?
I don't hang any clothes up. I just throw them in there.
Exactly. Perfect. Family man?
Yeah, I would like to see some more hanging space in the closet, but it's really nice having the washer and dryer area.
So this is kind of what they do to make up for it. But even then,
Yeah.
it's not terribly like tall
Right.
hanging
Yeah.
space.
This would be all of my girlfriend's clothes. Mine would probably be under the bed.
Here's your
Or
spot.
I would have one drawer. Yeah, right there. That's where my shirts
That's where
hang.
AJ would hide all of his clothes and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there. Just roll it up.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Very, very cool. So what do you guys think overall?
I think it's a beautiful unit. It's obviously I kind of agree with you that the space in the back be utilized better if you don't have a toy that's needed for that size. But if you do, it's really nice in here, and I love the living space. It's definitely my favorite part. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I would say that this layout of the toy hauler is probably the best for a family that I've seen, just because of the living space in the front.
In the back.
As a single guy, this is like a mansion.
That's right. like I've said before, plenty of space for me.
Yeah.
I don't really have a toy to put in the garage, but you know.
AJ just get a mat and lay it up here and sleep up here.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, I think the back of the toy hauler would be a man cave for AJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's where the
Yeah,
Xbox
for
is
sure.
set up, and yeah.
Yeah, brew station, everything up
Oh,
there,
yeah,
right?
of course,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, very cool. I appreciate it. Appreciate your opinion. It's always a good idea to get multiple opinions, especially from people with different lifestyles, right? You know, full family, essentially married, and single dude that, you know, you ever going to get married, man?
I don't know.
Try. Got to find him somebody. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you want to find someone for
right.
AJ.
It's like right into each other's DMs.
There we go. Anyways, guys, really appreciate the folks over at eTrailer, channel sponsor. They've been my channel sponsor for 7+ years now. Great partner. Love these guys. Super great organization. And if you're looking for anything for your vehicle, RV, trailer, repairs, modifications, even the stuff you guys are doing to your rehab trailer, that is really cool. Check them out. Subscribe to them on Instagram. Do you do TikTok, Twitter, any of that other stuff too?
TikTok, also Facebook and YouTube.
And it's all eTrailer, right? Just look up eTrailer. Yep, they have a huge YouTube following as well, so check them out there. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up,
Like the video.
like the video. Please like the video. We'll talk to you again very soon.